Hey there, English learners. Ever felt like you've been learning English for ages, but still struggle to actually speak it? Like you're just not making any progress?
Oh, absolutely, Emily. And what about that confidence? It just seems to vanish right when we need it most. It's like we know the words, but they just won't come out.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Channel. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. We are super excited to chat with you today about a topic that touches the hearts of so many English learners: speaking with confidence and fluency.
That's right. And before we dive deep into these amazing tips, a quick and very important request. If you like our content and want to keep learning English in a fun and easy way, please subscribe to our channel, share this episode with your friends who are also on this journey, and of course, give us a like so we know we're on the right track. It helps us a lot to bring you more content.
Exactly. And today, we're going to talk about how to turn that frustration of "I can't speak" into a feeling of victory, one step at a time. Because, let's face it, feeling like we're not progressing is one of the most demotivating things, isn't it?
Absolutely, Paul. It's like we're on a treadmill, running and running, but not going anywhere. Many of our listeners tell us about this struggle to feel like they're progressing.
Yes, and that leads directly to a lack of confidence in speaking naturally. You know the word, maybe even the sentence, but when it's time to speak, your mouth just freezes. It's a really unpleasant feeling.
And the worst part is the fear of making mistakes and being judged. We think, what if I say it wrong? Will they laugh at me? Will they think I'm silly? This fear is a huge block.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? You're afraid you don't practice, you don't practice, you don't improve. And then the fear grows. We need to break this cycle. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? You're afraid, you don't practice, you don't improve, and then the fear grows. We need to break this cycle.
And we know that many of you have a good vocabulary base and even understand well when you read or listen. But the transition to speaking is where most people feel the biggest difficulty. It's like we've built a house with walls and a roof, but we're missing the door to get in and out.
Exactly. And that's why we want to introduce an idea that may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Unlocking fluency with tiny steps. It doesn't have to be something huge that scares you just by thinking about it.
That's right. Paul and I firmly believe in the concept of daily 5-minute challenges. 5 minutes. It sounds like a short time, but the magic is in consistency, not intensity.
It's like going to the gym. 5 minutes of exercise every day is much more effective than 2 hours once a month. Our goal is to build fluency through small, achievable goals. You don't need an hour free to practice English. You need 5 minutes.
And the beauty of these 5 minutes is that they are much easier to fit into your routine. Woke up 5 minutes earlier? Great. At lunch, before you start eating? Perfect. While waiting for the bus? Excellent. No more excuses like, I don't have time.
And every day you complete your 5-minute challenge, you feel a small victory. These small victories add up and build something huge: confidence. And confidence is the key to fluency.
It's like putting together a giant puzzle. You don't try to put all the pieces in at once. You pick one piece, fit it in, pick another, fit it in, and suddenly the picture starts to appear.
And the most important thing is that these challenges are flexible. You can adapt them to your level, your interests, and your time. The idea is for it to be fun and motivating, not an obligation.
So, let's get straight to it with our first 5-minute challenge. Pronunciation practice.
Pronunciation is fundamental to being understood and to feeling more secure when speaking. Nobody wants to be misunderstood, right? Our first focus is on common vowel and consonant sounds.
Yes, think about the sounds that give you the most trouble. Maybe the TH sound in English, or the R. Or maybe you confuse ship with sheep. Start small. You can find short videos on YouTube that show the position of your mouth and tongue for these sounds.
And to make it fun, use tongue twisters. They are great for improving articulation and fluency. For example, she sells seashells by the seashore. Try to say it fast but clearly.
Hall, you're great at that. I always get tangled up, but it's a super fun way to exercise your mouth and tongue. And the best part, you can laugh at yourself. Nobody's judging you here.
Exactly. And incorporate online resources like pronunciation dictionaries. Many online dictionaries like Cambridge or Oxford have an audio icon next to the word. Click on it and listen to how the word is pronounced by a native speaker. Repeat after it.
This is a golden tip. Sometimes we read a word and create a pronunciation in our head that isn't correct. Listening and repeating is essential. Dedicate a minute to it. Choose 3 or 4 words a day that you have difficulty pronouncing and repeat them 10 times.
And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to improve a little bit every day. Think of it as a warm-up for your English day.
And you know what's cool? If you practice this for 5 minutes every day, in a week, you will have practiced 35 minutes of focused pronunciation. In a month, that's almost 2.5 hours. That makes a huge difference.
Our second 5-minute challenge is about vocabulary expansion. It's not about memorizing a giant list, but about doing it smartly.
The idea is to learn 5 new words daily related to your interests. If you love cooking, learn words about food. If you like technology, focus on that universe. This makes learning more relevant and easier to remember.
Exact. If you try to learn random words, it's easier to forget them. But if they connect with something you already like, your brain makes connections faster. And this is where using flashcards or online tools for memorization comes in. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are fantastic for this. You see the English word on one side and the translation or definition on the other.
And most importantly, don't just learn the word. Create sentences with the new words to solidify understanding. For example, if you learned ubiquitous, don't just memorize the meaning. Think, smartphones are ubiquitous in modern society.
That makes all the difference, Emily. Putting the word in a real context helps you understand not only what it means, but how it's used. And that's crucial for fluency.
And you can start with something very simple, a 5-minute vocabulary journal. Grab a notebook, write the date, learn the 5 new words, write a sentence for each one, and done. 5 minutes that change the game.
And by doing this every day, you not only expand your vocabulary, but you also reinforce the words you already know. It's a positive spiral of learning.
Now, this is one of the most important challenges, but also one that causes the most anxiety. Conversation simulation.
But calm down. Remember, it's 5 minutes and the idea is to be easy. The best way to practice is to practice speaking with a friend or an online language partner. There are many platforms where you can find people to practice with.
Yes, and if you don't have a friend available or don't feel comfortable with an online partner yet, talk to yourself in the mirror. Seriously, describe your day. Talk about your plans. Answer questions you ask yourself. It sounds silly, but it works.
And to make the practice more real, use real-life scenarios, like ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. You can even imagine you're in a cafe with an English menu and practice what you would say to place an order.
Exactly. And the focus here is to use the new vocabulary and pronunciation you practiced in the previous challenges. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to communicate. If you stammer, that's okay. It's part of the process.
Imagine you're sightseeing in London and you need to ask where Big Ben is. How would you ask that question? And how would you understand the answer? Enacting these situations, even mentally, helps prepare your brain for the real moment.
And if you can get a conversation partner, start with simple topics. Talk about the weather, what you did during the day, your hobbies. The idea is just to start speaking, to produce the sounds and form the sentences.
And remember, 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a deep philosophical discussion. It can be, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. What did you do today?" And that's it. You've practiced.
Our fourth challenge is something many people do, but not always actively. Active listening.
It's very different from just having English playing in the background. The challenge is to listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, or videos daily with focus.
Exactly. It's not meant to be white noise. Pay attention to pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. How are the words linked? What new expressions come up?
You can start with our own podcasts or choose a theme you love. If you like comedy, listen to an English comedy podcast. If you like news, listen to an English news broadcast.
And most importantly, take notes and repeat phrases for better understanding. If you hear an interesting phrase, pause, write it down, and repeat it. Try to imitate the speaker's intonation.
This is like training your ear. The more actively you listen, the more your brain gets used to English patterns. And that, in turn, improves your own speaking.
You can take a scene from a movie you like, about 2 minutes long, and watch it several times, paying attention to how they speak. Then, try to repeat the lines. 5 minutes of active listening a day can transform your listening comprehension.
And with improved listening comprehension, you'll feel more confident to participate in conversations because you'll understand what people are saying.
Our fifth and final challenge is crucial for continuity, reflection, and review.
We learn much more when we stop and think about what we've learned. The challenge is to journal about your progress and areas for improvement. What did you learn today? What was easy? What was difficult?
This doesn't have to be a formal journal. It can just be a few sentences on your phone or in a notebook. Today, I learned 5 new words about gardening. My pronunciation of TH is still a challenge.
And review your vocabulary and pronunciation practice. Go over the words you learned that day or that week. Do some tongue twisters again. This helps to solidify what you've learned.
And most importantly, set goals for the following week to maintain momentum. For example, this week, I'm going to focus on using more adjectives in my conversations. Or, I'm going to learn 5 new irregular verbs every day.
This reflection part is where the magic happens because you become your own teacher. You identify what you need to improve and create a plan for it.
And you'll see that at the end of each week, you'll have a clear view of your progress. which is incredibly motivating. That feeling of I'm not progressing will disappear, and you'll see how far you've come.
Think of it as a cycle. You practice, reflect, plan, and practice again. It's a cycle of continuous improvement.
Wow, Paul. So many amazing tips in just 5 minutes of daily challenge.
Yes, Emily, the power of tiny steps is surprising. Remember, fluency isn't a destination. It's a journey, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer.
And to continue on this journey with us, we want to ask again, subscribe English channel if you haven't already. It's the best way to not miss any of our episodes.
And share this episode with that friend or relative you know who's learning English and needs a little push. You can even do the challenges together.
And last but not least, leave a comment below. We want to know, which of these 5 daily challenges are you going to start doing today? Or what's your biggest difficulty with fluency? We want to hear from you.
That's right. We'd love to know which one resonated most with you. And remember, consistency is key. You don't have to be perfect. Just start and keep going.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of English Channel.
And until next time, where we'll continue to unravel the secrets of English in an easy and fun way.
Keep practicing. Bye.
See ya.